Hello, 318 hit the PTU just a moment ago, and with that we should be getting some long-awaited Generation 12 render stuff. And since I did the GeForce 4090 video a while ago, I figured out this would be a great time for a follow-up. So in this video I'm going to compare 317 and 318 side by side to see if there are any differences. Mind you, this is really early days of the PTU, but at the same time I'm kind of hoping that if there are some significant improvements that would be clearly visible in the future, we would already be seeing some of that. On this test I'm going to be concentrating on demanding stuff mostly, like the cities with the volumetric clouds. My normal resolution 7680 by 1440 is usually enough to max out my GPU usage, but something like 2560 by 1440 doesn't get my GPU nor my CPU usage to 100%. And besides GeForce 4090, I have Ryzen 7 5800X3D and 32 GB of RAM. Oh, and yes, completely new cockpit, just finished it building a couple of days ago. I won't be showing it too much in this video since this is more about testing stuff, but I'm going to publish an overview video quite soon, so if that's interesting for you, don't forget to subscribe. Now let's get going. So I started the test in Hurston. When I'm coming out from the HAPS, this area usually really decreases my FPS. And to my surprise, 318 actually had a significant drop in frames, even though I actually spent some time walking around here before I started recording. And I hope you don't mind the wacky field of view with 2560 by 1440 resolution. It just made recording this stuff easier in this case. And there wasn't any difference during the nighttime either. Before heading forward, just a quick spin in space, and again the 317 seems to fare better in this case. And again it's quite visible that when the clouds are in view it really hits the FPS quite hard. When I was heading towards Crusader in Quantum, I got at least 100 frames per second, which I guess might tell the story that there are some areas that are better optimized and some not so well. And then the traditional frame rate killer of Ryzen. And in this case the 318 seems to fare a bit better than 317. And again here, if I would decrease the volumetric cloud quality from very high to high, I would see a significant improvement in FPS. In New Babbitt's a nighttime test, just landing on rooftop here. And in this case, especially when I'm flying around, 318 seems to have significantly better frame rate. And for the last test, just some flying around in Arena Commander. And unfortunately, I actually had to use different ships in this case. Don't ask me why. So what to think of those tests? Because to be honest, I don't know. It was clear that I didn't get any significant improvements, and I guess that wasn't something to be expected at this point anymore, since to the best of my knowledge, what the people have commented is that at this point there are still optimizations to be done, and then CRG can start working with the Vulkan implementation. But it will be interesting to see what other people manage to test, and naturally it will be interesting to see what happens when this patch goes live, which should happen at earliest January. If there are any significant improvements when the patch goes live, I'm going to make a follow-up video at that point. But other than that, thanks for watching. If you're interested in this cockpit stuff, don't forget to subscribe, and see you next time.